Hi, we are Group 2. Today we are going to visualize the Bay Area bike sharing system. Before getting started with the visualization, we would first like to brief you about our main dataset. It is the Bay Area bike share dataset, which gives us the information about the system that allows users to rent bicycles for short journeys. Our first visualization is a map that shows us in which cities this bike share company is located, and the stars that you see are the stations where the bikes are available. The locations where the company provides its services are Mountain View, Palo Alto, Redwood City, San Francisco, and San Jose. And as we see in the pie chart that out of our total users, 12% of the users are customers and the rest 88% of the users are subscribers. This pie chart basically gives us the ratio between our customers and subscribers. Subscribers are typically the working population that resides in these areas, whereas customers are likely to be tourists. This visualization shows us the trend for all these stations. We can see from the visualization that more number of rides are taken by subscribers as compared to customers. Now let us analyze the reason for the rise and the fall of the trend lines, which is definitely a concern for the business. The reason due to the usage of bikes on weekdays and weekends. Fall in the rides for the subscribers is mainly observed on the weekends, whereas fall for the customers is mainly observed on the weekdays. Subscribers travel less during the weekends over Thanksgiving, between Christmas, New Year, and rent the bikes more during the weekdays to commute to their workplace. We notice a dip in the trend starting from the month of December to January. So for this dip, we are currently assuming that this may be due to the cold weather, where subscribers don't prefer to travel with the bikes. But on the other hand, we can see that there is no such drastic effect on customers. The trend on the customers' bike ride is very same for the whole year, and we also see high peaks for customers on days like Valentine's Day and Independence Day. Effects of the weather will be revealed later as we take weather data as our secondary data set. Our next visualization is regarding the trend that we see in the weekly usage of the bikes by grouping the rides by weekday between the customers and subscribers. This viz shows that renting the bikes among customers is more popular on the weekends, whereas for subscribers it is more popular on the weekdays. And now grouping the rides by the duration for which the bike has been rented, we see in our next visualization that more number of customers rent the bike for more than 60 minutes, whereas the subscribers rent the bike typically for 5 to 10 minutes. Now let us analyze the busiest hours of the day, and we see that the busiest hours are 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. that is the typical office hours, and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. it is the duration of time when people are heading back home. So now to show the most popular routes between the users, we are using this heat map. This heat map helps us visualize all the popular rides chosen by the users. The blocks that you see are nothing but the cities, like this is the city of San Jose, city of Mountain View, and city of San Francisco. And also we can analyze the trend of renting the bicycle from one city and returning it to another city. So as you see, there are quite a few records that exist which shows that you rent the bicycle from one city and return it to another city. This viz is nothing but the most famous start stations and end stations. So bigger the size of the text, more number of trips are starting or ending at these stations. Now in our next visualization, we bring in our weather data set to show how the climate changes affect the business. We had shown this ups and downs visualization before to show the current scenario in the bike users. These dips and peaks in the trends can be explained by the temperature. The temperature seems to be a large deterrent to bike use. On days when the temperature is low, we see that bike rentals falls almost as predictably as on weekends or holidays. If we select any day during the dip, let's take 2nd January, we see that the total number of users are only 2140 and the temperature for the day is 41.80 degree Fahrenheit, which is quite low as compared to the normal temperature day like 29th October. We see increase in the number of rides with a temperature of about 64.80 degree Fahrenheit. So the business gets slow on cold temperature days, and which makes us conclude that temperature does affect the business. Now let us find out if wind speed is affecting our business. Let us start with the subscribers. Red line shows the speed of the wind mile per hour, and the area represents the trend in the use of the bikes by the subscribers or the customers. For the subscribers, the trend line is almost the same. In other words, speed of the wind does not have much of an effect on the daily commuters except for cold temperature months that we explained earlier. Even with extreme wind conditions, commuters choose to take bike rides. On the other hand, the effect on the customers is adverse. There are less tourists seen on bikes when the speed of the wind is high, and vice versa. Let us take an example. In the month of February, where there is a spike in the number of customers when the wind speed is less, whereas for the same month there are less customers for ride when the wind speed increases. Hence, using this small multiple chart, we have tried to show the effect of the wind on the riders. So in the summary, we would conclude by saying the insights and a few recommendations for the company. So the key insights are the customers take bikes more on weekends and holidays to ride around the town, while subscribers take the bikes more on weekdays to commute to their nearest train station or to their nearest workplace bike station. Duration of the rides taken by the subscribers is mostly under 15 minutes, whereas duration of the rides taken by the customers is more than 60 minutes. Also, behavior of bike renters changes significantly with the changes in weather. We have come up with recommendations for the business. Business can be expanded in those areas where there is more working population, increase the number of bike docks at popular stations. Thank you.